I'm Eric, N1JUR, and welcome to my HF truck build video series. I'm going to start this video series with a bunch of different areas that I'm going to go into a lot more detail in the build itself, so you can get a better idea of how and the why I put all of the components together to make what I think is a really good HF install for my mobile HF experience. These videos are going to include things like bonding and grounding. I'm going to go into more detail of the center console install. I'm going to share a boatload of information on my experiences with doing digital and FT8 from my mobile setup, as well as go into more details along the way about how it works in the field, whether I feel like the field testing that I've done to it is going to basically stand the test of time. So if you're starting here in this video first, I would say take a second, step back, go into the description and click the playlist and catch the introductory video first. That way you get an idea of what you can kind of expect, and hopefully it'll help you look for ideas and parts that you might want to put in your HF build. Let's dive in. All right, so part of some of the additional things that I've added to my HF solution here is a number of things. I've got a couple of saddles here that I'll pan the camera to in a second, but in this saddle over here and that case is pretty much all my ham radio stuff. So to start, I've got on Helinox chair, lightweight chair, I have the Helinox table. This is the large table, and I have affixed hooks on here so I can easily deploy and place the chairs on this saddle. So they're up out of the way of the bed, and they're always accessible for me if I want to go set up and do a POTA. Within saddlebag here, I've got a number of things. I've got a spare antenna, my Buddy Pole Pro, and I use that as a backup just in case I forget one. I've got a bag here, a Peak Design bag with an antenna tuner in it, running the Z100 Pro. All of the necessary cables and connections in here. And then in that same bag as well, for 2 meter, I've got my Edfong roll-up J-pole and a number of other cables and connectors for the tuner itself. So I've got a throw bag with throw weight, a bunch of these stakes. I use them a lot with my Wolfer recoil, especially on like a windy day, and I just screw those into the ground and mount the base through some paracord to the bottom of these. I also have a adjustable tripod here. You've probably seen this on like HOA Ham and a few other channels. These have the extendable legs, so forth and so on, that I could put a vertical on and use that out in the field if I needed an additional antenna or to add a whip. And I also include my Bio-Eno 60-watt panel. It folds up relatively nice, and I keep it with me just in case I need to charge up the batteries. In this, I also have the charge controller. I've got a Buddy Pole Power Mini. It just stays in its small little leather pouch here. What I have here is a couple of bongo ties, and then I keep with me my Carbon 6 soda mask just in case I need it for lightweight setup. I also have my DX Commander mast, and it, when it's collapsed in the truck, gets mounted in a specific location behind this box. So it gets tucked away, and let's tuck all the stuff back in the box here, close the lid, lock it. If we move this out to the side, you'll see through a couple of Velcro straps here, I hang my DX Commander 10 meter mast from it, and it just hides and tucks neatly into the back of the bed. So it's always available for me to put in my mount. And in that same saddlebag too as well, I keep my hitch mount and a number of other components if I choose to add, we'll say, like behind me right now, you can see that this is my DX Commander pole, currently mounted with an end fed Reliance Bug Out Mini that I've got just running out to the end. And so it's pretty versatile. Like, it's a quick, easy deployment. Basically just tune up the band and I'm up on 40, 20, 10, 12, and 6 meters. So this is my setup for right now. Will there be future improvements? Sure. I'm gonna have to test this a lot just to see how it goes, and what better than the winter months coming up, because really I have designed this system to be hopefully worry-free and deployment-free, but until I fully test it out, I'm not gonna know if I'm gonna actually be able to deploy, say, this DX Commander in every kind of situation with a wire antenna. But I have the capabilities. At the same time, the ideas are kind of endless. This is my HF setup. I'm happy with it. I love it. If you got questions, hit it up in the comments down below, as I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed putting it together. With that, thanks again for watching. 7-3.